Let's bring you this now. The Special Investigating Unit has concluded a settlement agreement with Minnie Dlamini, who's one of the beneficiaries of funds that were irregularly received from an NPO called Mshanduka Foundation. This is part of an ongoing investigation by the SIU into the misappropriation of National Lotteries Commission grant funding. Let's speak more about this with SIU spokesperson Kaizer Kganyago, who joins us via our video link. So, thanks very much indeed for your time, and welcome to the SABC News Channel. I wonder if we can take a few steps back to just get a sense of the nature of your investigation involving Minnie Dlamini before we speak about this agreement.
Good morning, Yanda, and good morning to your viewers and listeners. This investigation came out of a proclamation that was done in 2020 to investigate not Minnie Dlamini but the National Lotteries Commission. And then we were looking at the grant fundings that were given at that time, and this one particular one, which is Mshanduka, was a conduit that was doing this business on behalf of SABC. We have talked about it before. And then we wanted to now follow up on where the money went, and we followed up from the bank accounts where these monies went, and one of the beneficiaries was Minnie Dlamini. And we wanted to understand why the payment was made to her, and it came to our attention that it was not given lawfully to her, and then she then cooperated with us to come to us and say, no, I can give you back that money, which I can safely say, Ayanda, that he has paid already.
Sure. How much are we talking here, Kaizer?
No, it's 50,000 rand that was paid to her in 2016. And obviously, we have found that NPO was doing work that they took the money, about 24.6 million rand, and they gave it to different people or different beneficiaries, including her. And therefore, we are following up on all of those beneficiaries that benefited out of it, and we want to recover all of that money back to the Lottery Commission.
What kind of work did this NPO claim it was doing, which you have found isn't necessarily happening? I presume that's what actually might have unfolded here, given the fact that you say that these monies were paid unlawfully.
Yeah, they took the over 24 million. The intention, according to the documentation before us, was that they were going to do a roadshow for the Rio Olympics on behalf of SABC, which was not done. And that's why we wanted to understand, for those that were paid, why was the money paid to them.
Yeah. Have you been able to figure out how many people have received this money as beneficiaries? I understand Minnie Dlamini is just one of several.
Yeah, no, we can't give you the figures now because we don't want to alert them until we've talked to all of them. And all that we can say, as we said in our statement, that at least with Minnie Dlamini, she cooperated with us very quickly, and then she gave back that money, as I say. The others might be problematic if we speak about them now because of that, and therefore once we have dealt with them, therefore we will be able to communicate.
Yeah, I hear that you can't reveal or divulge their identity. The question I'm trying to really get an answer from is, how many of them are there?
It's difficult to say, because when you follow up on one, then it leads you to somebody else. Because when you follow money, it might be saying that the money went to Ayanda, but only to find that Ayanda was a conduit to somewhere else. Therefore, we can't give you a figure number, a number that says these are the numbers that we are talking about.
Yeah. The National Lotteries, of course, has been in the news for all the wrong reasons for quite a while now. Are you finding, Kaizer, in your investigations that this is the modus operandi? You know, you have NPOs coming out claiming to do work, they pay certain beneficiaries, and I suppose they take a cut from it.
No, definitely. The modus operandi was very clear. They were just milking the National Lotteries Commission, and they were using the grant funding system. And we have already indicated to the National Lotteries Commission to say that process of the grant funding has to be relooked and reevaluated, because it was susceptible to being abused, and they saw the opportunity and they used it. And it was people that were working within the National Lottery Commission who were benefiting out of this in the main. Therefore, most of the grant funding investigations that we've done are basically that. And we are basically done with the investigation. Now it is a matter of dealing with consequence management and the recovery of the money.
Speaking of that consequence management, recovering the money is just one aspect of it. I imagine, the other is some kind of criminal investigation.
No, definitely. And like in this case, you would understand that a person like Minnie might not have done anything wrong except accepting this money for whatever reason. But the biggest culprit in this particular one will be Mshanduka NPO, who was then the ones that we have referred to the NPA for prosecution.
All right, fair enough. Kaizer Kganyago is the spokesperson of the Special Investigating Unit. Thanks very much indeed for that. As you can see on the side of your screen there, Minnie Dlamini reaching an agreement with the SIU to repay 50,000 rand that is now emerged she received irregularly from an MPO that itself had gotten money from the National Lotteries. So the story will certainly keep following for you.